Welcome to another episode of Our Road to Camelot. This episode is all about tools, so you might call it just tool time for full-time travelers. Anyways, more about that after this. Well, the issue is when you're traveling full-time and you're on the road for quite a few months at a time. In our case, we're on the road for at least 6 months, and then we're here for 6. You want to be prepared for any emergency you may have, any repairs you might need to do. So I'm going to kind of go over what tools I carry with me, and so far they've kind of served us well. And I basically carry tools in a couple of different places. Right off the bat, we have a Leatherman tool, actually 2 Leatherman tools, and a one of those multi screwdrivers that we keep in our junk drawer. But then we do carry some tools in the side of the rig. Now, I'm not talking just tools. We do carry a number of different kinds of tape, obviously duct tape, Gorilla tape. We have a Turnabond tape, or actually a facsimile thereof, and a number of other things of that nature, which actually can be very handy in a quick fix. The Turnabond tape is basically to be able to repair any damage that could happen to the roof while you're out on the road. I do carry a number of tools back here. A wrench set I picked up at Harbor Freight. And you're going to discover, I'm going to do a video on changing out a slide cable, but to be honest, this is something I had to buy a crimper tool for the slide cable. I also have my extra slide cables here. I have another wrench set, Harbor Freight wrench set. This is actually ratchet wrenches. I carry a torque wrench. This actually is PVC pipe cutter. I have had times where I've had to create something out of PVC. Last but not least, a toolbox set I also picked up at Harbor Freight. And this is kind of a multi-tool set. It's got all sorts of sockets, pliers, wrenches, and pretty much this can do most repair work that I need out of the wrenches you've just seen. Thing I forgot to mention on this side of the rig, I keep a level handy, because a lot of times you never know when you're going to need to re-establish your level points on the auto leveling system, and that has happened from time to time, so it's easy to keep it right there. So the last area that we're going to take a look at is what rides in the bed of the truck, so let's take a look. So the bed of the truck, I carry a generator and gas cans. The gas cans are not full at this time, but when we start traveling, I'll keep at least one of them ready. We carry a 3-ton heavy-duty floor jack. That has come in handy when we had a blowout a couple of times. So much easier using that jack instead of the jack that comes with the truck, especially when you're dealing with the fifth wheel and not the truck itself. So that has actually been extremely handy to have that along. I do have a box that I carry along that is loaded with cargo straps. So I've got cargo straps and a few odds and ends in there. And I have my large toolbox. We're going to pull that out and take a look inside of that right now. I got a set of jumper cables. That's always good to have for emergency's sake. Funny enough, yes, I have an orbital jigsaw. That orbital jigsaw actually has come in handy a number of times when I've had to kind of trim down things or rebuild things on the road on the fly. I also carry lap sealant. I've got a hacksaw and an actual universal cut saw. An extra cable originally was designed for the dogs, but I found this to be very multi-purpose. It could be used for clothesline or anything else you might want to use it for. A lap seal gun. And my bag. Can never have too many power strips, surge suppressors. I also carry a hatchet. And this is an extremely useful multi-purpose tool. It actually has various attachments. It could be a grinder, it could be a saw. I have used that from time to time. I've got all the attachments in here. So that also came from Harbor Freight. A foldable saw. And last but not least in the box, a little tool chest with a variety of screws, nuts, bolts, solder. I don't even know I have a stud finder. That's weird. I think the stud finder was left over from when we had the house. Don't really need a stud finder. This one you don't necessarily need. I do have just a couple of more things in the second panel out here, and I'll show you those next. So there is one more spot where I carry a few tools, and it's probably gonna be easier for me just to pull them out to see them. I do carry a soldering iron. There are some times you might need to do a soldering job or two. Trusty Black & Decker wireless power drill. When this thing finally dies, I am planning on getting a heavier duty torque wrench style power drill. A square, I'll be using that in a video soon to come. That's why I left it out. And then my basic tool bag. Everything that goes in that black bag, I'm going to go ahead and run those down with you now. I got a variety of pliers and side cutters, scissors, tape measure, 2 different sets of Allen wrenches, both for metric and for standard. We also have a variety of screwdrivers, tack hammer, regular construction hammer, and a rubber mallet. Variety of wrenches and cutters. Those are some of the specialty tools that I bought for changing out the cable slide. I even have a camp shovel, miniature small toolkit, along with the extra bits for the drill. And like I said, any extra screwdrivers I have are in that other set on the other side you saw at the beginning, or I also have extra things sitting in the junk drawer inside. So that is the selection of tools that we do carry along with us. Yeah, it is different when you travel full-time because you are going to be out for long periods of time. You're going to be all over the country. You may not know where you're going to be or what may break down that you need to take care of right on the spur of the moment. So this way I'm prepared for almost everything. So you don't have to carry this much. I chose to. You may actually want to carry more. If you carry more than what I have here, let me know what you have in your toolbox, and we'll go ahead and put that in the comments. We can take a look at what other people are doing as well. So that's about it for this episode. Yeah, definitely give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscription button. We post every Sunday at 2 o'clock, so hit the notification bell. I'll let you know when that happens. And until then, safe travels.